Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras.
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
Well, hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Thursday.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
It's like
Hi.
Thursday and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thursday and shit,
Thursday
yo.
and shit. Yo.
The giggle you hear there is Alyssa, our guest today. Happy birthday, Alyssa.
Thank you.
When was your
Thank you very
birthday?
much. My birthday was on Saturday.
Okay, so,
And
Okay, can I ask a question real fast?
please, yeah.
Sure.
Because on my 21st birthday, a hell of a long time ago, we would go to every single bar and get drinks because they would give you one free drink at like every bar.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day.
I didn't
Yeah.
get anything for free on my birthday.
Oh,
Mm,
you have
Yeah.
the wrong friend.
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got like my friends, yeah, they bought me shots when we celebrated on various days after. But on my birthday, I think I was only going to get like one free piece of cake from a restaurant.
Hmm.
And then I bolted because the waiter was too slow. So I never
Okay.
got my free piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Where did you go, Catherine, on your 21st birthday? Just around?
I'd say everywhere, all over San Antonio. And you know, like when you're 21, you feel like all of a sudden, like I didn't drink before, but all of a sudden I felt like I needed to like try every drink ever made.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think I got like every color, every shape,
Mm-hmm.
every size, and I may or may not have ended up asleep on the side of my house at some point.
That happens.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah. Hey, Hazel.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Let's do the math real quick. Who's close? Let's see. Hazel is a year old.
She is.
So, Alyssa,
She's
are
cute.
you closer to Hazel's age or Kennedy's age?
she's closer to Hazel's age.
Kennedy's so old.
Oh,
That's all that
Yeah.
says, Alyssa. It's fine.
Let me tell you a funny story. A few years ago, when I was still dating before I met Jason, this guy who was Alyssa's age approached me in a bar and asked me for my number and then told me how old he was. And I was like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. And he was like, oh, come on, I think it'll be great. And I have a feeling about this. And I was like, you are literally closer to my oldest daughter's age than you are to me. And that's so gross.
And
Wow.
Hazel does not like hearing you talk about your dating.
Hazel doesn't like talking about what I do.
No. All right.
It doesn't happen.
So, Alyssa, you saved yourself beer-wise for this
did.
show. You've
I did, yeah.
all right.
She promised me on her 21st birthday and the days following that she would not partake of any beer.
Wow. You have a lot of self-discipline, Alyssa. I didn't have that. We'll talk about what I did on
So
my. I want to get right in.
we literally are witnessing her first legal beer.
Okay.
Yes,
Here we go.
yeah.
Now you equipped her with the things she needs for the show, right?
I did.
Well, at least the beers, and luckily she has a glass. Like any good 21-year-old, she has a glass in her. Was that your apartment there? I guess
My apartment.
There you
yeah.
go. So good, you have a glass, which is really all you need. You know, you don't want to have a dishwasher full of dishes. Believe me, it's a burden. It becomes a burden after a while. You know, when you have as many
I don't
glasses.
use a dishwasher. I am a dishwasher.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's exceptionally hard, and I just don't trust myself with glass in general. I'd rather use plastic.
There you go. No, that's smart. Smart. All right, so don't complicate your life. You got so much time in your life to complicate things later.
Yes.
Now, but we're gonna get things. You don't want to complicate. Well, you know what? You don't want to sell yourself short on bad beer. So you get to take your first steps into beerdom with fantastic, brewed real close to where you are right now beer. And I'm super excited. But we have this segment that we need to run this little open so we can really get into this. So Kennedy, are we ready?
We're ready.
Ready? Let's do this.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right. So today, well, first of all, pre-show beer. Shout out to Copperhead. They're Bite Me. Copperhead there in Conroe, Alyssa, not far from. Well, I'm not going to disclose your location. But, you know, if you're in the northern Houston area, Copperhead, their Bite Me Lager. It's fantastic. So you gonna flash it there? That's really good. Super crisp.
Is it this one? Is
No.
it me? Am
No.
I flashing it?
No, not you yet.
Not
That's
me
the one
yet,
we just
okay.
drank. I would recommend if you see this one, this is a great summertime beer too. I would, if we were gonna do the whole like assign your beers over again, this might be one I'd put on your list. But alas, we have what we have. All right.
There's only so many beers she can drink right now. She can't drink them all.
I don't like your negative negative outlook there, Kennedy. I think we should
My bad.
push forward and see what we can do here. All right. So here we go. Alyssa, your first beer.
Yeah.
Here we go. What do you got? Did you already opened it, right? When we did this,
Did
show us the. That's no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Show us the. You got the bottle there. Look at
I
that.
do.
St. Arnold
St. Arnold lawnmower.
fancy lawnmower. Now let's
Fancy lawnmower.
start this right. Little education, okay? Real quick.
Okay.
I don't think they taught this in college, but I'll teach you right now. That is a Kolsch, Kolsch, Kolsch style for the German city of Cologne, Germany, which actually we call that one a Kolsch style because it has to be brewed in Cologne to be an actual Kolsch. So it's a Kolsch style, brewed. It's a light. It's brewed with ale yeast, but it's lagered, which means it's cold stored before it's put in a bottle and carbonated and stuff. So it's really crisp. It's a great summertime, why they call it fancy lawnmower, like a after you mow the yard type of beer.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so it's refreshing and
I was explaining to her how Brock Wagner wanted to create a beer perfect for mowing the lawn.
yes, and that's what we have. So it's light. Just anyway, let's get your. I've had the
I was
beer.
afraid it was going to taste like grass. I saw grass. I read lawnmower. And I was like, I'm a little hesitant about that one.
It's more of a beer you want to drink while you're laying in the grass. Like it's such a beautiful day. You lay back, the breeze is on your face, and then.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready?
Sure.
Give it a try and let us know what you think. All right.
Honest opinion.
Honest opinions. She's gonna pour it. Let's see
in
your
the
pouring
glass.
skills. Can't be any worse than Kennedy.
No.
I don't know how much to pour.
Keep going. Do you have to work today? Do you have anything else you need to do today?
she
No.
Because if not, keep pouring.
Okay.
All right,
Do I
so-
need to swirl it? Is it like wine?
Well, no, not
Like
really. I mean, you
thing?
can, but just give it a sniff. You're not going to get a ton of big aromas off of this one, but that's always you want to start with some short sniffs. Now give it a smell. Okay, here she goes. Her first legal beer sip, and the face is
It tastes like beer. A very, very light beer. Yes.
Alyssa, are you
Almost
are you
like a
beer
cider.
drinker?
I'm
Or
not.
Are you? You're not. Okay, so that makes a difference. We should have maybe
Yeah.
said that before.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So it wasn't as much of a challenge for me, particularly this weekend, not to drink beer because I'm more into like tequila is probably my favorite.
Oh wow.
Oh, we should have gone
So-
with something aged in tequila barrels or something. Maybe.
But
What are you
I
doing
mean, I
next
like
week?
tequila and the vodka next week. But this one, I would probably drink this honestly
Okay.
because I've had I've never had beer legally.
All right. Let's talk about. Let's get into this nerd. Let's nerd out. Take another sip.
Yeah.
Let it sit there for a second. Okay, or don't.
I would just down it.
No, yeah. Take another sip. Let it sit there for a second, and then take another little swallow. Then swallow it, and then tell me what if you have any flavors or any memories come into your mind or any past.
It makes me
experience.
think of cider,
Okay.
just like apple cider.
Okay.
There are some fruity elements with the Kolsch there. I love that beer. That's one of my favorite beers.
It's just very light and like bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it makes me think of, light and bubbly.
There you go. All right. Excellent. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Alyssa's first legal beer was a Houston brewed
Yes.
St. Arnold, the original Texas brewery,
Yeah.
just right downtown. And there you go. So
She-
welcome to the group.
She didn't spit all over the camera after she drank
You
it.
didn't.
Yeah.
So
No, I did not just project that.
no, that's good. Good stuff. All right. Catherine, what was your first craft beer? Do you remember?
It was probably Fireman's 4,
Okay.
Real Ale,
Yeah.
and or Bombshell Blonde Southern Star. It was one of those probably.
Which we have that one coming up too.
Do we?
Yeah.
I
Okay. Yeah.
have that one in my fridge right now.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. I've come back to, like, I've been reading. I wish I had the book here. It's in my backpack. I've been reading it. Randy Mosher. If you want to nerd out, he's one of the best beer writers as far as books go. Some of these beer books, and Alyssa, if you continue down this rabbit hole, which I hope you do, I hope you're homebrewing. In a year from now, we come back and you've got kettles all around your apartment and you're homebrewing. You got beer bubbling away behind you and all that stuff. But
I think that might be a bit excessive.
that's
You never know.
You never know. You never know. So
Could be my new profession.
could be. Ooh, could be career move.
And if you want good homebrewing supplies,
Oh yeah.
is this a bad time to bring it up?
No, you could just ride on over to Humble to the Grain Cellar. It's Humble's premier homebrew store. Homebrewing, winemaking, distilling, fermenting supplies and equipment. They're at 240 First West, Humble, Texas. First Street West, Humble, Texas, 77338. They're at graincellar.com. If you go in and say, tell Preston. Preston does homebrewing classes, Alyssa, and winemaking classes and cheese making and all kinds of stuff. Anything you want that has fermentation involved, Preston, there in Humble at the Grain Cellar, he can teach you anything about that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. You want to make your own cider? You can do that. You want to make your own soda? He's got all that stuff. So,
Okay.
yeah. And Alyssa, free hugs.
That's right. Waist
Yeah.
up or waist down.
Waist up or waist down. Yeah. Just go in and tell
Okay.
them Liquid Lunch sent you and
Yeah.
arms wide open.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like a late 90s song.
It's a full embrace too, not like a little hip pat.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a full on,
Full-on.
just arms wide open.
Yeah.
And like him on a mountaintop. There's with the wind blowing through his hair. Preston just
Yeah. I wonder if he's lost any business from these plugs that we do for him.
No way.
No.
No.
Okay,
way.
I don't know.
No way.
I just feel like it's a little. I don't want to use the word rapey, but it's just a little, maybe. I don't know.
That's a little scary.
He's an
He might
attractive
do it. I
man.
don't know. No, he is for sure. And I'm gonna go as soon as I get to Houston. I'm going straight for my waist up hug. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe check in with him and just see if he's noticed a downward trend in his business.
Okay.
He started plugging
You know what?
with them.
That's probably something we should look
I don't know.
into.
Something to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, these ad campaigns do have to be reevaluated.
We're not marketers. you
No.
know? We're just producers, so we're just saying whatever we feel.
We just have this show that we do,
Yeah, that's it.
and try
That's
to
it.
get people to love local, brewed craft beer. Okay, so, yeah.
So Alyssa, that beer that you have right there actually is a stellar shotgunning beer. I don't know if
Oh,
you're into that,
yeah.
but
That's-
it's real quick. Yeah, it's really easy to shotgun.
Yeah,
now
That's
that
right
you
here.
say that, yeah, you don't know, right? You just
That's
hear
right.
about it.
it comes in cans as well. You got it. Don't shotgun it in the bottle. Kennedy tried
Oh,
that.
she's a bottle. I can't see her, so I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. I didn't know
Oh,
if she drank that.
I had it in
Okay.
the glass.
Yeah,
still.
cans
Yes,
and bottles.
yes.
And of course, Kennedy was like, "Make sure you pour it in a glass, or Josh will get upset." I won't get upset. But
He'll pass out. He won't get upset. He'll just pass out.
yes, if you want the show to continue on,
He'll just
drink it.
pass out.
It's a long story, but no, you get more of the aroma, more of everything from a glass. So, you know. All right.
Okay, cool.
What about those cans, Josh, that now the whole top comes off? Do those make you lightheaded or?
Yeah, slightly, a little, but it's not as bad. I mean, you can get more. It's all about
Like
get.
sometimes, like let's just put this into. I've been out places before, and I always have to support craft, right? So I always get craft beer. I don't keep glassware on me. I mean, I guess I could,
Uh-huh.
like a
that's
utility
difficult.
belt
We need to get you like a briefcase that you can
Yeah.
just pop
or
open.
like a craft fanny pack.
I
Fanny
think
packs are coming back.
Josh does carry around a briefcase with him of every single.
He just
Glass style.
He like
Yeah.
chop, and he opens the top, and it's just like
It's a big.
glasses and foam.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
briefcase.
That's
In
super
fact, he's got it
double,
on.
like that.
It's on wheels. He's got to roll it around. He's got so many styles of glasses.
You
It's a
never,
suitcase.
yeah, you never know what style you're going to encounter. You must always be ready. Don't let life happen to you.
Yeah.
Make things happen. That's my motto.
Yeah.
That's my credo. Credo. Happen to life. Don't let life happen to you. Anyway, I don't know. All right. So, did you finish that one off? All that you were going to drink?
Because we
Yeah.
have more to get.
We have way more. We have some
I
here
have
on
like
the.
one sip left.
That's okay. Just whatever. It's fine. All right. We have some beer on the table.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
What do we have? Kennedy brought the beer today. Kennedy brings the beer a lot of days. So what do we got?
Well,
Dogs.
dogs sound like a human there. All right. So as you know, if you follow us on Instagram, you will have seen all weekend long I posted from like 6 different breweries and 2 different barbecue places.
Oh, can we just talk
Yeah.
about that for a minute?
Yeah.
Sure.
How did that go? Was that y'all's first out of town trip together?
It was. Yes, we had a great
How did
time.
it go?
Yeah, it's nice to meet someone that they like to do the same things you do.
Yeah, that is nice, right?
Yeah.
Hand me that bottle over.
Yeah.
Talking about this.
So yeah, we went actually 5 breweries, 1 cidery, and 2
Yeah.
barbecue places.
Nice.
So name the breweries.
All right, so we went to North by Northwest, the South one, South Lake. No, Slaughter.
Okay.
One in Slaughter. After that, we went to Jester King, Argus Cidery, Real Ale.
How was Argus? I've been wanting to go to Argus.
Let me tell you, that was probably like my favorite out of all of them because the guy there was like really, really cool.
Sorry.
That's okay. We randomly ran into like one of the cider makers there, and as we were talking, he's like, "Hey, you want to see the rest of our operation?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course we do." So he gave us like a little personal tour of Argus Cidery.
Cool.
And
Nice.
and even though they're like, you see them everywhere, they have a lot of distribution, but they're really small. It's a small operation. There's only 3 people that work the cidery.
Really?
Just 3.
What city was this in?
That's
It's right outside of Austin.
like not quite Jerping Springs, but
Yeah.
near.
Yeah.
So just down 290.
Yeah. So Jester King, I think I already said Jester King. We also went to, I said Real Ale, Twisted X, and Suds Monkey. Both Twisted X and Suds Monkey are in Dripping Springs. Your dog's like tangled up in this cord too.
No, just
Like,
make sure it's not around his neck.
He's really tangled up here.
Okay, well I'll take this. So,
Hold on. And then finally, Real Ale. No, Live Oak.
that was on Sunday.
Yeah, that was on Sunday.
Sorry, we're doing a dog rescue here. Oh, is that your? Oh,
Wow,
sorry.
it was okay.
Okay.
All right,
good?
we're good now. We're good.
All right,
We're
dog
good.
and the show is dog and kid friendly.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we're choking our dogs out. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I wish I had a camera down here.
Dog
See
cam?
these dogs.
He's
They're going.
sorry.
They're
All
going
right.
nuts under
So
here.
porch
Sorry,
time
sorry.
from North by Northwest.
Yeah.
Of course, we had Davis on the show a couple 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just super likable dude. Alyssa, that's one thing. If you start to nerd out a little bit and go to like a brewery, which is actually probably the best place to have a beer, is at the place it's made.
Okay.
Where you're north of Houston, correct? Am I right in assuming that?
Yes.
Okay. So out that way, there is B52 in Conroe. There's Southern Star in Conroe. Copperhead, the one we had before. Lone Pine over in Magnolia. Back Pew and Porter, just right there off of 99. Well, I guess the Back Pew's not right off of 99, but are they?
I'm sorry. Sorry, these dogs are really distracting.
I'm like Ramsey Bolton and my dogs, and I'm having a maul Kennedy. But anyway, if you can get out to a place where the beer is actually made, it's the freshest you'll get it, and it's just a fun experience because you can kind of take in how it's supposed to be enjoyed, how they intended it, So anyway,
Okay, let me put this into more practical terms for you. Do you have a boyfriend or a
Sorry.
significant other?
Yes.
Oh, you do. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, when you drop him, breweries always have lots of hot bearded guys.
if you're into
So go
beards,
for the guys, stay for the beer.
Okay. Interesting.
well, speaking of drinking what was brewed where you were at North by Northwest,
Right.
this is their Pilsner, correct?
Yes, they're German Pilsner.
German style Pilsner.
Yeah.
It's a little hot beer. It's good. I like it. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed a lot of that with the dogs and all, but
That's fine.
Alyssa, yeah. Southern Star. You'll be having one of their beers in a second. That's a really good place for you to go check
It's
out.
very close. Yes.
Probably the closest to you.
Okay. Yeah. So let's
I'm
do.
very interested in doing like going to a brewery and going to a vineyard because I really like wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a couple there north of Houston, like in the Woodlands area.
Have you ever
Yeah.
had mead?
No.
There is
Honey wine.
There's a meadery that's actually closer to you than Southern Star.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you like things more on the sweeter side,
Yeah.
you probably really dig that place.
Yeah. But let's
Griffin Meadery.
focus.
Sorry.
Okay? Let's focus on the beers in front of us, all right? Alyssa? Yeah. We got
We're
work
not
to
talking
do.
about wine today.
Yeah,
We got work-
shut your mouth, Kennedy.
We got work to do.
My bad.
This
My
is a
bad.
beer show.
My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
All right. So second up, let's see. You said Bombshell. What else was there? There was the...
There's Hans Pils. There is Live Oak Hefeweizen and Back Pew Sweet Salvation.
Are we going to try and do all these
We don't have to.
on the show?
We don't have
Listen,
to.
how thirsty are you today? You want
I'm,
to try
okay.
them?
I'm eating, so
Oh,
they're gonna balance each other
What are
out.
you?
We'll be
Oh,
okay.
oh, what are you eating? Apparently the chicken
I'm
strips.
eating
Yeah, we
chicken strips and like lemon pepper French fries, or I'm not sure what kind of seasoning this is.
Okay,
but they're really good. They're from a local place here in town.
Excellent. Let's go with the Bombshell next. Let's go with Bombshell Blonde. Let's crack that one open.
Okay,
Pour a little bit of that. Let's see how it goes. SG.
we'll be right back.
All right. So, and then Catherine left as well. I don't know what happened there.
What?
I like this. I like this Pilsner.
Was it something we said?
Probably
Yeah. You know, I have this effect on women.
just people in general.
Yeah. They just they walk away.
Okay, so you visited Argus. Was it Argus first, then Jester King?
No, first it was Jester King, and Argus is like less than a mile away.
Yeah, they're right there.
So went there. We were just gonna stop for like one beverage. It was really good.
What did you have
Really good.
at Argus?
So Argus. Oh crap!
Do you remember?
I don't remember this name of it, but it was like cider with like a little funk to it. The best to describe it. So it was like, I'm a big fan of the sour beers, and they have, they use the natural yeast and stuff, and maybe that's what they used in this one because it was really good.
I've got the Ginger Perry in my refrigerator. Actually, I've got 3 of theirs. Everything they can. I've got.
Yeah,
I've got it on.
I can't. Yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah.
they were really really nice, really cool.
We need to get on the show.
I got to see.
Did you tell them about the show?
I did.
And just a shrug.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not always like the most friendly person, so
No kidding.
I missed this. Where did you go? Where's this last place we're talking about, Kennedy?
Argus Cidery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you told them about the show, and they were like, "Oh, cool! How nice for you that you do that."
Yeah, basically, and I didn't really push it or anything.
Okay,
on that.
hold on. We missed something here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Alyssa, what was that reaction?
That was the blonde ale.
Did you pour it in the glass?
I sipped it like just because there was still a little bit left on the can after I poured it into the glass.
Well,
So
what
I
happened?
sipped that little piece.
But what happens if there was something funky on the top of the can?
Okay. We'll
It
try
was
that
in
again.
Kennedy's.
What is she trying?
Bombshell
This
Blonde.
Bombshell?
The
Yeah.
bombshell
Oh my
blonde.
gosh! You don't.
I saw you just poured a whole glass of it. And
Yeah.
Now,
I was like, it must be good. And then I tried
My
it
favorite.
Yeah, try it in a real like grown up glass. Let's see what happens here.
in a grown-up glass.
Let's see what happens. Is it the same? No. Yes.
It's a little unfair though, because if she doesn't have a taste for beer, it's not
No, but I'm just
acquired
comparing
that taste yet.
the licking the top of the
Yeah.
can versus actually drinking it out of a glass.
It wasn't as pungent.
Okay.
Poignant?
Repugnant?
I don't know the word.
That's what happens when Catherine's dogs
I have 2
leave
pugs.
and come back. She has 2 pugs. It's
It
repugnant.
wasn't pungent. There
No,
you go.
it's-
Now we have a pun going.
So not your jam. Are we in the? But are you powering through? Honesty here. We value.
yeah, it's
honesty.
okay.
Yeah, you don't have to like it.
Just save the
Wait,
rest
did
of
you
it.
guys give her? You should have given her. Did you give her any sours?
We got
No,
We got
no. I gave her,
No sours.
entry.
How about a goza?
no.
No,
he
she-
Okay, you
didn't.
guys really messed up.
Kennedy was in charge of this.
Yeah,
I blame Kennedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can blame me.
What? Okay, when you typically like, okay, you said you had shots and stuff on your 21st birthday. What
Yes.
flavors do you typically enjoy?
Everywhere I went, I started with at least one shot of Don Julio Silver.
Okay, so just more of a
And
tequila.
then from there, we did like the fruity stuff, like
Okay.
a Vegas bomb, I think.
A Vegas must. I don't even know what that is. What is
And
that?
like a-
What's in it?
Can I use a cuss word? Is it?
Yes, of course.
There was a Starfucker, I think.
I've had like 100 million of those in my lifetime.
That's the
Yeah,
word
and it's
going
very
around.
just like easy to throw back.
Yeah.
What's in
Yeah,
it?
that's like a typical like girls' night out.
What is it?
Yeah.
There's Red Bull in it,
Oh,
right?
Yes, I think so.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I remember you guys.
Or is
were-
that in something else?
I can't handle that.
I went out with a lot of the youngsters on Monday night
Oh,
to help celebrate Alyssa's birthday.
oh. Well, the fact that you just said youngster.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Are
What?
you related, or Kennedy just likes to young friends?
He's just-
Kennedy's just a little creepy. He just finds us out at bars and then
Yeah.
joins us
I just,
every
Like,
week.
hey, guys.
is it weird that I just showed up? I
Y'all
mean,
look dope.
honestly, is it?
well, you said you weren't wearing pants. That was the really odd
That
part.
makes it weird.
Nah, I put on pants that night.
Yeah, after. You're like, hey, everybody.
night.
Oh, is this weird? Is this weird? I've got pants in the van. I can go get some. You want to come
Yeah,
out and see the van?
I had to go back.
You want to come with me?
You want to come see the van?
Okay,
Okay.
check
So,
out my pants.
yeah. What fruit flavors do you typically enjoy? Like some people are into certain fruit. Some,
Oh,
what are we not into?
because if she likes bananas.
Well, hold on.
All right. Is that where you were going? Sorry.
No, it's not where I'm just feeling it out. These are the questions that, like, okay, so I've got a friend at work that I've been trying to figure out where his wheelhouse is. He told me, he's like, Josh, I can't do beers. I'm like,
What does he usually drink?
he usually drinks like hard liquor. Like,
Oh.
we've been talking a lot about the process of distilling because he's very interested in the science from just an educational standpoint. And, that's kind of his deal. But he's like, I can't really do beer. And I was like, challenge accepted. I bet you can. So I've been trying to find something.
Something real boozy.
Yeah, well, that, and he likes fruit flavor because he was talking about, something with like a peach flavor or something like that. So I'm waiting for Millions of Peaches from Brazos Valley to come back out, and I'll hit him up with some of that. But he tried something that it was a blueberry wheat from an Arkansas brewery that I had, and he enjoyed that. I gave him raspberry AF, and that was not, maybe it was the sour, element of that one, but that was not his wheelhouse. But
I might be on the same kind of area that this guy's in
yeah,
because I do enjoy the stronger alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to taste it though, but I do like fruity
Oh,
stuff.
she likes the after effects of the stronger alcohol.
who doesn't? Who doesn't?
But I mean, I'll do tequila, and that's like if it's good tequila, it tastes like nothing, and it
You just do straight.
burns
You
a
don't
little
do
bit.
with like a lime or anything like that.
like an orange
Okay,
slice.
so a little.
I
Okay.
figured that out this weekend. I actually had never had a tequila shot with an orange slice
Mm-hmm.
until a friend bought it for me, and I was really surprised. It was a lot better than salt and lime.
There you go. That, and it'll also help fight off scurvy. You don't,
Okay.
And rickets.
and you don't
In
want that.
case you run into any pirates.
Well, just saying.
There you go.
If you're north of Houston, Lake Conroe, not that far away, you never know what
I
could
don't
happen.
think there's that many
Never know
pirates
it.
in Lake Conroe, though.
But if you get stranded in the middle of the lake, scurvy could become an issue.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure vitamin C is
Yeah.
always
Noted.
noted.
Always got to, vitamin C is important.
It is important.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Okay, so she's not feeling these fears. You guys have failed her miserably.
Well,
What's next?
no.
let's move on to the next. That's one thing you.
I blame Kennedy.
Yeah, don't
He
let
wasn't
Kennedy-
asking the best questions.
That, you know what, you're gonna, if you want to be a regular on the show now, you've already learned the first main theme is
Ignore
always
Kennedy.
blame Kennedy, yes, for everything. Okay, so one thing you need to understand with craft beer,
Not untrue.
there are so many flavors, so many varieties, so many things out there. If something is not your jam, that's cool. You can just dump it. You don't have to sit there and force yourself to drink all of it. There's no need for that.
I mean, like,
You experiment, you try it, you come back a couple, a year later, maybe you're having some wings or something, and a bombshell blonde, you reach for it, and like, what is this? Drink it, and you're like, whoa, that's awesome, because your palate really does evolve, over
Develop.
time.
Okay, cool.
yeah, like I hated IPAs. Absolutely hated them. Mm-hmm. Then lupulent threshold shift kicked in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. And now I love them.
There you go. All right, so here's what I want you to do: the Live Oak Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
I want you,
Live oak.
yeah, the white can.
Oh, the white can.
The white
Okay.
can with the yellow
Marijuana.
lettering.
White.
Yeah, no, go.
I'm gonna make a prediction that she's not gonna be a fan of that one either.
You don't think so?
I think she
No,
is.
you guys are not doing it properly.
Kennedy didn't do it properly. I'm
She's
just
not
working
gonna
with what I
pick up
got.
those banana notes.
Mm.
She's not enjoying the beer. You didn't give her anything like more citrusy, Kennedy.
I picked just,
You're such a moron.
All right, is that straight out of the refrigerator?
It is.
All right, let's just hold it in your hands real quick before we even open it up. Let's just warm it up just a little bit so we get a more. All right, so what this is a Southern German style wheat beer known as a Hefeweizen. So Hefe means yeast because you get a lot of the flavor from the yeast, and Weizen just means wheat. So it's a classic summer wheat beer brewed in the very traditional German style. You're going to get a lot of banana, bubblegum, clove flavors, that sort of thing. And it's going to have a kind of a not your
Look
jam.
at
I'm just-
look
I'm-
at Tim Foley saying poor Kennedy getting shit on. He's used to it. Stop it, Tim. Stop coddling him.
Hold on.
it's-
Am I missing something here? Who's coddling me right now?
I'm Tim Foley.
Oh.
Oh, comments.
Oh.
We
No,
should-
thanks, Tim. I do
Yeah,
get
little
I do
David
get shit
Flair.
on a lot.
Sometimes you deserve it.
Did you like
Is
it,
that on the
Alyssa?
Facebook? I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to
Oh, okay.
see if I can see the comments you're looking at.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think.
oh, there we are.
I think Jeffrey might be right. Just because he says just because it's a light beer doesn't make it a gateway beer,
Yeah, you have to go through the palate, not through the.
and that's kind of
Technicolor.
what I was
I
doing.
think he tried. He just
Is this your
Yeah.
first
you asked
initiation
the
though?
wrong questions.
That sounds about like you.
and then I will also say I got like the build a 6-pack from HEB, and
Oh, you got the singles on the end of the cap.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I didn't want to buy like six packs of beer. I mean,
Yeah.
what, you think I made a money or something?
Well,
Yes.
Do you look at me and you say, "Oh,
Look at this. Look at that
Rockefeller."
lavish vacation you took your girlfriend on.
seriously, how much?
Yeah, beer and barbecue. It's really
I'll do
lavish.
it
It
off.
sounds like the most wonderful experience of my. You know,
It was.
I would have gone.
It was.
I would have gone.
I know how to treat the ladies.
Yeah. So
How to treat the ladies.
I do.
See, that sounds a little creepy though.
Does it?
yeah,
It does.
it's just what he does. That's
That
his
goes
gift.
back to, hey, my pants are in the van. You want to come?
Yeah, come check them out. Go check out the van. It's got carpet on the walls. All right, you know what? Let's
Couple
just.
bean bags. I'll see what the
Am I
problem.
opening this now? Is it
Yeah.
warm enough?
I don't know, but we're just gonna go.
Still been-
We have
Do
nowhere
you
else.
want me to take the rest of them out, or should they stay in the fridge?
Yeah, let's take the rest of
You
them.
can take them out if you want, but what? How many?
Okay.
We had the Bach and the Pilsner left. Now,
There's
is it? Two
two
more?
more?
Bach
After
and
this one?
Pilsner.
Yeah, go ahead and take them out if you want to. That's,
And
Two,
I
three,
did.
four,
You
five,
know, I
six.
did get 6 different styles.
yeah, but they're all
We
very.
got 6, but one bus.
We could have done a little more range.
Yeah.
You went. Anyway, we'll see.
I think Alyssa, next time you're in San Antonio, you get in touch with me, and we're gonna go find you the right beers. You're not even gonna know you're drinking beer.
You know
not
what?
right
I actually had the opportunity to go to San Antonio this weekend, but
Oh.
I wasn't able to. That would have been
bitch.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some family up there
Nice.
and some friends from high school. They go to school there.
Okay.
Oh, nice. UTSA?
UIW.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I love it there. I want to move there one day.
Oh, come on, girl.
All right.
Yeah.
We're recruiting.
Sweet.
All right. Now let's see what happens. This has gone from less of a test of Alyssa's palate and more to a judging of Kennedy's beer picking skills. And so far, he's failing. What do you?
I mean, it smells
Smells like beer.
smells like beer. Smells a little bit fruitier. Is it
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
more? This one I really smell like apple.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe a little bit.
You know what?
Maybe.
We'll see what you tell us what you taste. Here we go. There she goes, and then she drinks, and still no spitting, no spewing.
No, I mean I'm not gonna spit it out. It's just
The thing about Hefes is
Give me
they
that
have
again.
a kind of like a harder, like bitter sort of impact than I think other beers do, in my opinion. And so for someone who's not really into beer, I can see how that might be a little off-putting.
yeah.
I'm just saying it.
There's not a bad like aftertaste though.
Do
I
you?
haven't actually had that bad experience with. I don't think any of these yet.
Yeah. Do you get? Is that typically when you've had? If you.
That's like a natty light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
like a Bud Light. You get that after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you licked a sock or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But okay,
You know
so
when you're like a kid and like you're a kid and you're like, I want beer, and then your parents like give you like a small taste of beer just to make you never want it again. I had that, and I think my first one was probably Bud Light or Dos Equis.
okay, that's common. That's
Yeah.
common.
One of the two.
My first,
Either way, it was disgusting.
my first ever beer I tried was a Red Dog.
Oh.
That's pretty hardcore.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
I
I
think
was
we,
a hardcore Bud Light and Dos Equis drinker for like all through college and beyond
really.
because I didn't know any better.
Well, my go-to was Miller Lite. Simply, well, first, okay, so for like 3 weeks it was Bud Light because that's what the rugby team drank, and then
Okay.
Miller Lite because when I went to work at the radio station, that's what they had in the fridge. Which was now that looking back, it's like, oh, that's an awesome job because
Yeah, no kidding.
no other jobs I've had since then have had any beer in any refrigerators, and I've looked in all of them. And so that was actually pretty cool. But yeah, that was kind of the deal.
Yeah, I think now if I'm not drinking craft beer, because sometimes you go places they don't have craft beer,
So like,
you have to settle for whatever they have. I'll do a Lone Star or a PBR because those are super cheap.
yeah,
How is a Lone Star? What is like the flavor of that supposed to be?
It's like shitty beer.
Yeah.
It's just like really light shitty beer, but they're always like $2 for like this huge. The can's like this big.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got hints of urine.
Ew.
Yeah, listen, don't judge people.
you know what it is? Here's what it is.
When you're on a budget, you're on a budget.
eat a saltine
Yeah,
cracker.
If there's nothing else, I don't want to spend a lot of money on crap beer. I'd rather spend $1, $2 on
And
everything
you're
shitty
getting
anyway.
Yeah. No, here's what you do. Eat a saltine cracker, take a drink of water,
Yeah.
wait 30 seconds, breathe in, and that's Lone Star. It's kind of the inside of your mouth plus the saltine
Yeah.
plus
Okay.
time.
Oh,
Yeah, Tim
okay.
says if there's no crap beer, he drinks whiskey, but I don't have a high tolerance for hard liquor anymore. Not past, 28, 25?
Yeah.
Not happening.
See, I'm with Alyssa. I love the taste of tequila. I don't do it. Like typically if it's in a,
The last time I drank tequila was prom 1997, and we rented out a room of a hotel floor,
Uh-huh.
and we rented out the whole floor, and then we filled the bathtubs with liquor, and
What?
I had so many shots of tequila that I literally can't ever do it. Like just smelling it makes me want to vomit.
there's a lot of
That's a
people.
true story.
There's a lot of people with that same
Yeah.
same
And
story.
I know it wasn't quality, by the way, because we're like putting money together with quarters and whatever we had in our wallet.
Here's a sock
But, yeah.
full of
Yeah,
change.
exactly.
Go get us some
How
tequila.
many bathtubs was that?
It was like maybe 6. It was a lot, and we were just like
Wow.
we're kind of like going for. Don't tell my mom. She thought it was at a friend's house. We were going from like room to room to room to room, just seeing what they had. Even though we all had this, it was all just like bad beer and, cheap wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strawberry Hill.
Tell me, does this make me more of a snob that if there's no craft beer, I'll just do tea? I'll do just no beer.
Yeah, that beer is huge snob.
Okay. I mean, I figured that.
Like
But-
just for a minute, Josh, bring yourself down to the rest of the community. You know what I mean? Like if you're at a barbecue joint, they don't have craft beer. Everyone's drinking Lone Star or PBR. I'm gonna get a Lone Star or PBR because one, I want to get a little tipsy because I don't very often not have my kids, and two, I don't want everyone to think I'm lame.
No.
It's all about peer
So you're
pressure.
worried about what people think
The
about
peer
you.
pressure.
Yeah, of course. That's why my show is so good.
Okay.
It just runs on peer pressure.
Maybe that's what I need to add to mine. I don't know.
PBR's not bad. I'm just saying.
I mean, I've
You
had
have to
PBR.
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that before, but it's been a long time. I can't remember the last time I had a macro. Like, honestly, I can't remember. It's been
I don't think
years and years and years.
I've had one since I've done the show.
Yeah. No, I haven't had one probably, I don't know, maybe once since I've had kids.
I don't know. Sometimes you're in a situation and you just don't want to be a dick.
Yeah, like if somebody offers you a drink, which often happens when you're a lady,
Yeah.
if someone offers you a beer, you're not going to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't drink that." Like that's not. I'm
I
just going to
only
take it.
drink such
Yeah,
and
I
such and
only-
above.
I can only have microbrewery beers that are under so many gallons. It's not.
Nobody
No
ever
one
offers
likes
me a
that.
drink though, other than. But I spend most of my time at breweries though, so maybe
Yeah. Well, that's it.
maybe I'm just hedging my bets that way.
Well, then you don't have to worry about it
That's right.
because you know what you're getting.
Yeah, I'm not in a position to be offered macro beer, so I don't. You know,
I am quite often.
are you?
Yeah.
Where are you hanging out?
Guys are always buying.
With the younger kids.
No, like I go to my like some friend's house and are grilling in the backyard.
You're with your buddy's van
Yeah,
versus
no.
your van.
Yeah, like go to your grandparents' house and my grandfather only drinks Budweiser. He's not gonna change.
Yeah.
He says, "Mija, do you want a beer?" Okay, Grandpa, if that makes you happy, I'll drink this.
Do you,
Yeah.
Do you dump it out when he's not looking?
No, he's my grandfather. No, I drink it. I mean,
This is rude.
he bought it. Yeah.
Is it rude? Okay. So when I go to the in-laws' house, typically they're not big craft beer connoisseurs. But what I've done is I've stashed enough away.
I take my own beer. Usually, is what happens.
Yeah, that's
and then
what I do.
offer Grandpa beer or something. But if I don't have it, and he's gonna offer me what I.
Has he ever had like Bombshell Blonde or like Bad Out of Hellas or something like
My
that?
grandfather?
Yeah.
No.
Like
Has
just
he ever tried it? You mean?
yeah.
No, but you know who I did? I converted my stepdad.
How did that? Yeah. Okay. What was
Well, let me just tell you how it went. Now he's such a beer snob. It's so annoying.
it? Yeah. I like him
He
already.
comes to my house and the first thing he asks is like, "What kind of beer do you have?" And I'm like, "Hey, calm down, buddy. Don't be greedy, okay?"
That's. I like him already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna friend him on Facebook real quick, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Just chill out, okay?
Okay.
Calm down.
All right. So general thumbs up, thumbs down, Alyssa. To the side. Okay. Either up,
We're gonna try it again.
down, or to the side. You tell me so far. You know.
You know, when I first started drinking beer, I hated it.
That's a weird thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I never really like enjoyed beers, even like through my, not until I discovered Shiner Bock. I just drank them to like get drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right.
Like Keystone Tall Boys, $2.50 a 6-pack.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
It's a really bad beer. It's just
that was kind of my go-to for a while.
there was definitely like a shift for me. Like I tried it, didn't really like it, but I was like, you know what, I'm drinking beer this weekend. That was like 2 weekends, and then there was this point at which I remember, like one night, me and my buddy Keith, I remember we were talking about this. Is like we both had like it was kind of around the same time. Like you get that urge, like man, I could go for a beer right now. It's like I've never had this urge before, but it just kind of hit me.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I could go for a beer. That would be great. And I remember distinctly having that thought, like, I'm into it. I'm a beer guy. It was like 3 weeks into drinking beer. It was like it's in my DNA. My love, the beer. It's in there. So, anyway.
Jeffrey just said that he turns people down when they offer him macro beers.
Does he?
Yeah, he uses the excuse, "I'm driving.
Oh,
I gotta drive."
yeah. No, it depends on the circumstance. If we're out, I let my cheap side overtake my whatever. Oh, we let the dogs in. They're just
They've been like tangling themselves up in the
that's true.
in the cords and
No,
stuff.
they're so sad. Anyway,
And if I let them in, they're going to start jumping all over me. They're not going to jump all over you.
that's true. You let them do that.
Oh.
But anyway, I distinctly remember that first time I was like, you know, I could go for a beer, and then it was on from then on out. All right, Alyssa, what do we have? Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Hans Pills
Okay.
and Sauter's Swill.
Seder Swill.
Yeah.
Seder Swill is in. Do you know where Porter is? It's just right down 99, between
I think
45
so.
and 59. Yeah, it's not far from the northern
Is
part.
it,
Huh? It's
is
that
it north or northeast of Houston?
northeastish.
Kinda, northeast.
Not quite to
Yeah.
59, but anyway, so not brewery. It's in a old church. Is the,
Oh,
the
okay.
brewery is so. Let's go with the Hans Pils. I'm curious to see because this is Hans Pils is one of my favorite beers.
Okay.
I don't know.
And that's why I got this one. I know this is like your jam.
This is I'm curious, but we'll see. And Catherine's shaking her head like nope, she's not gonna like it.
It's kind of
I feel like you're tainting the.
I bet these all really pretty much taste kind of similar to her.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. They're really
There's
not.
like hints and like tones of differences,
But
but for the
overall,
most part, they're all pretty. The first three have been pretty like light and
You know what?
probably.
You know what Kennedy did? Here's what he did. He made you a 90s alt rock playlist. It's great
Dripping
music.
Springs.
There's some Soundgarden
no,
on there.
listen, he picks the best of the first tier of what I would call beers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the ones that the staples.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was
He
going
picked
for.
the best of the staples, but he didn't pick for Alyssa.
There you go.
Yeah,
For like so he picked for like an experienced beer
he picked
drinker.
he picked for craft beer drinkers and not for Alyssa specifically.
All right. So, Catherine, if we had
Shame on you, Kennedy.
Yeah,
if we had given you the go ahead to put together the 4 or 5 beers to try, what
Sure.
would you have picked?
I would have done a fruity goza, maybe the real ale goza, or
It's not real go. You can't get real El Goza right now.
they just released it again.
Did they?
So shut your mouth. Yes,
Yeah.
Did they? Was it the lime or the grapefruit?
it's grapefruit.
Okay, it's going to be year
Ooh.
round now. Year round, different variations, but year
Yeah.
round.
We should have had Catherine pick for me.
Yeah, that one is delicious. I would have gone with Southerly makes a really yummy fruit beer that is kind of sweet. You don't taste the hops as much. She probably would have really loved that one. I'm just saying because I also enjoy, like, for instance, when we do ciders, Josh, you like the drier ones. I enjoy the more sweet ones, right?
Correct.
So I think that she probably is somewhere closer to if it's the spectrum of beer drinkers
Sure.
Yeah.
to me. Like the first time I drank a beer that I was like, oh wow, because I was drinking beer but not like I didn't have an appreciation for it. Was the first time I had a sour Berliner, and then I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this has opened up the whole world to me, and I didn't realize that this could be such an experience. When you're drinking like blonde ales and hefes and stuff like that, it just feels like you're drinking another beer. When you drink a Berliner or a Goza or a Saison or something that's a little bit different, then you're like, oh, now I didn't realize that this was available to me.
Okay. So you would have gone a little more. Okay. Yeah. I think I would have gone a little more range. I would have gone. I probably would have done Bombshell Blonde, even though she did. I know even knowing that she didn't like it, I still probably would have gone there.
I'm trying to look at my count to see which one that one. That one was number 2.
It's in the blue can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or I don't know.
Yeah.
That
I
one.
think-
Yeah. Something along those lines, or a lager, some sort of lager with. I don't know. Maybe Back Pew's Blue Testament, which is just to kind of set the stage, I guess, of like what a craft version of the beer that she's had before is. But it depends on the conversation. I would have talked to her, Kennedy. Did you talk to her?
I did.
Did you listen? Did you use both ears?
I did. All right, I'll be honest,
Finally.
and I just said this. I got to pick them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the
That
build
makes sense.
the build
And
your own
maybe next
60.
time, maybe next time we only do one beer instead of doing a bunch of beers, and then have her back the next week and she can try another one and like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just
That's-
change it
That's
per
what I
week.
think.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think this didn't really. There's not a lot of range there, and
Well, she does have a Bach. That kind of that's
not.
that's
She's not gonna like
different
that either.
It's very
So
bready.
okay.
It's a very
Because
like toasted
you
bread.
guys know this. There's so many beers that like taste like wine, taste like champagne,
Yep.
that like have those feelings and like it's the same kind of experience. And I think that's probably more where she's at than just like straight up
True.
hops and
True.
grain and water.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting like it. I didn't realize it, but once you said wine and I had already thought about it, smelling it, it kind of smells like some Moscatos. They do. I couldn't put my finger on it until right now, but some of
Yeah.
them smell like Moscato. This one
Which one is that? Is that
smells green. This is the one you wanted me to try. The
Hans
Hans.
Pils.
Pils.
smells
Yeah.
green? Okay.
It smells green.
Dig into that a little more. What do you mean by when you say green? You mean like vegetal, kind of like?
Earthy.
She's probably smelling that's
Earthy.
it's a little hoppier than all the other.
Well, it
beers.
is. I find it. It's just very interesting how people like associate like memories. It's almost like reading this Randy Mosher book. He talks about how we don't have enough words to really describe because aroma is so far back in your brain, like as far as like early, like deep in your brain, it hits your memory like whatever area before it can get to like the words, like it's pre-language kind of thing. It's just so like core to your whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, all right. So smells green.
Smells green.
Have you tried it yet? Have you tasted it?
I have not.
All right.
I was waiting.
All right. Here. Okay. All right. Go for it. Does it taste green?
Woo!
No.
Okay.
No, no.
All right.
Okay. Is it just the one? Did you just give her the one?
What?
The one Hans Pills?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. I was gonna say if you have any more, bring those to me.
No, yeah, that was. I'm gonna have to just.
No, it's fine.
That's fine.
I have my cup that I'm dumping everything into.
Oh, drink that at the end. That'll be fun.
I thought about it. And I was like, that's gonna be really bad. Even if I were to add something to make it not bad, it's still gonna be bad.
Yeah.
just
No,
put-
Catherine, you were spot on. The Hans Pills.
What happened?
She almost spit the Hans Pills.
Yeah, because it's not.
It's a hop forward. It's a
not-
light, but it's hop
Yeah,
forward.
it's hop forward. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a big beer to take on. That's like
And also, that happens to be Brad's, the founder of Real Ale. That's his favorite. So that kind of tells you that it's probably a more.
yeah. That's
It's lighter, but it's more complex than like your usual.
it's pretty complex. It's one of my
I
favorites.
kind of wanted to see how she would do with a little hop.
Yeah. No.
So what's different about this, and why does it taste so?
It's the hops. It's a hop forward. Like hops have a bitter, depending on the hops used. And I forget what they use in Hans Pills. I could probably look it up, but I'm not. Somebody can comment or whatever. But it's just hops. It's a flour, but it's used to counterbalance the sweetness that you get from the malt, and they go bigger on the hops so it's more. It's just bitter. You're gonna get if you're not into bitter. Bitter's kind of a weird thing.
Better,
'Cause-
more earthy.
Yeah, the more you drink it, like if I were to if you were forced to drink that every day, eventually you'd be like, oh, this is pretty good.
As bad.
Yeah, you would eventually. It's like working out, I guess.
Yeah, you eventually get used to the hops.
Not just used to. You get to at some point you'd be like,
Appreciate them.
you crave them. For me, I like.
So that's alcoholism. I don't know if anyone would address that with you.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
crazy
Well, whatever.
Beer, I think it's something different.
No, just like it's like so hoppy it's gonna peel the
Yeah.
enamel off your teeth every once in a while.
I don't really like more hop forward beers, generally speaking. But Jason, he will drink he loves beers that taste like forest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not into that. Like if I can open it and it tastes super floral to me, I'm like this. I'm not gonna like this. I already know.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink anything that tastes like I can clean my furniture.
Yeah, like you're sucking on
A pine cone.
On
yeah.
pine cone. Yeah.
Or
it's
you-
just not. I'm not into that.
Or-
But he really loves it. So it just everybody's palate is different.
You just put it in chili and it's fine.
fresh yard clippings.
Yeah. Not my thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Can y'all get a little nerdy for me and explain to me what hops is?
Oh well,
I've always
since you
heard of
asked.
it, and
And
I heard people talk about it, but I don't know
yeah,
exactly.
and how they're
what
used
is it?
in the brewing process.
All right, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
hops. All
right.
we've been
Here
using.
we go.
We've been using hops in beer for I don't know, a couple hundred years now. Before we used hops, they were what we called gruit beers, and it was just different spices to counterbalance the sweetness that you get from malt, because we get the sugars from the malt. So they take wheat and barley, oats, or sorghum, whatever the different grains are, what we call the grain bill, and you roast them to different darkness to get color and different flavor. So just like with a piece of toast in the morning, if you don't toast it at all, like Catherine's mom, like she just likes plain white bread with no flavor, right? And her decaffeinated coffee. It doesn't have much flavor, but if you get like a dark, like pumpernickel bread, it has tons of like.
Yeah, or if you that goes with toasting anything though, right? Like it's going to develop, and the cool thing about hops, different hops taste like different things.
Well, yeah. So
So-
you throw in the hops to counterbalance the sweetness you get from the grain. So, and there's hundreds of varieties of hops. Some taste very citrusy. Some taste pine coney. English hops taste kind of earthy. There's some that taste like, like literally like licking a pine cone. Like West Coast hops. But when you add them at the beginning of the brewing process, typically the boil time is around an hour, and you have to boil them to get the bittering power, the aromatize the oils and the acids in the hops to bring out the bittering. Otherwise, you just get the smell. And like fresh hops, like the smell is amazing. I grew some hops in my backyard, and you can just go up and stick your face in the fence, and it just smelled like, I don't know, it smelled just citrusy and like a flower, but it's an actual flower. It looks like a miniature pine cone, but it's a flower. And it's got this yellow substance called, I guess that's the lupulin, but it's real sticky. It's related to marijuana. It's in the
First
same
cousin, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like the
they're like
same-
first cousins. They hang out a little bit, but
Yeah.
so it kind of looks like sticky. It's sticky, like
Sticky icky.
that sticky icky. Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing. But anyway, it just depending on where you add it to the beer, it either adds bitterness, flavor, or aroma is typically how we talk about it. And so it's there to counterbalance the sweetness, so it's not cloyingly sweet. And depending on the style, you either want more malt forward beers that taste like liquid bread and kind of toasted, like we've got a porter over here. They just taste like toasted bread or deeply toasted bread, or like even like roast meat, that kind of quality. Or big hoppy beers. Some of them, depending on the hops they use, like from Lone Pint over here, Yellow Rose tastes like citrusy, orangey, and it's all from the hops. It's great. So anyway, hops are just there to counterbalance the sweetness, so to bring balance depending on the style on that spectrum.
So for me, I'd probably want like less hops, but if I did get hops, it'd want to be citrusy or sweet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's spot on. Spot on.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and legally, it has to have hops in it to be a beer. Even if it's like some sour beers, they have old hops that are just there for they also have a preservative type quality to keep it from spoiling. So they'll use it just for that, but you don't really get any hop flavor.
So if you brew beer without hops, what is it?
It's just,
What would you call
Is
it?
that moonshine?
well, it's the precursor to moonshine. If you would to get moonshine, you would go from
Like you just
unhopped beer, then you would distill it,
yeah,
but you
so-
get the sugars from the grain.
no, like say you wanted to brew beer and you just didn't put any hops in it.
It would just be a malt bomb. It'd be like a Scotch ale.
Would that be like the barley wine? Something
No,
like that?
well, no, barley wines actually have a lot of hops in them.
Okay.
It's just the amount of barley. It's because they call them wines because of the strength of the beer. It's typically around 10 to 15%. Somewhere in that
Okay.
range. I mean, you can do a beer without hops, but you need something to counterbalance the sweetness. It's just gonna be a sweet, kind of coiningly sweet. Like, I mean, if you've ever had like malt extract, it's like that. It just tastes like that. It's just sweet. But anyway,
Yeah.
I nerded out there for a second.
The more you know.
She asked.
Yeah, but
I did
yeah,
ask.
sorry about that. All right,
Okay, so my last one
last.
is
Catherine says you won't
Sater's-
like it. Yeah, Sater's Swill, which is a Bach, which is another lager. Lower on the hops. It's going to be malty. This one's going to taste like liquid toasted bread, basically.
So it's very dark and
Now,
beery.
remember when I was asking you some questions, Alyssa, and I asked you if you like bread? Mm-hmm. Remember
Really? That's one of the questions you asked her?
Yeah.
Everybody likes
did.
bread.
Hey,
that? I asked you
do you like bread? Cool. You want to come back to my van and check out my pants and my bread?
Yeah. Do you enjoy carbs? When you're thirsty, do you like to drink something? Perfect.
yeah, the perfect beer for you.
It's in my van.
Yeah. You guys are making me feel bad.
No, I'm just teasing you.
But if you've ever been to like this one, if you've ever been to Outback Steakhouse, you know that darker bread they put out? This is kind of a
I
liquid
don't
bread.
ever touch it.
Oh, well, then you'll love this.
Oh boy. I think I got another winner here.
Yeah, winter Outback dinner. But this is actually a spring. Bach is considered a spring style. They would brew it in the winter and let it age, and then it was good, for Easter. It was kind of an Easter beer, Easter celebration beer. So
Okay. Let me rinse out my cup real quick because I still have a little bit of beer left.
Ah, yeah, do that.
I don't want to mix flavors here and get the wrong taste.
Okay, there you go. See, I think we've learned a lot here today, Catherine. I think we've learned a lot. One, never let Kennedy pick the beers. Two, have something to say when everybody else leaves the show and just leaves you here. 3,
We're trying this.
are we? We're gonna have to wrap and scoot here in a second, though.
And you better drink it fast.
I guess so. For me, just a little bit.
We all needed a commercial break.
Yeah, we did. We used to do those. We should probably bring those back. You know, one thing we could talk about is Barbacoa Apparel. Right, Catherine?
Shout out.
You got any events or anything coming up? Oh,
Well, we always have events coming up. Keep your eyes out for our Fiesta medals, which will be launching soon. Also, new t-shirt designs coming out all the time. Very soon, you'll be able to buy Barbacoa apparel on just about every corner. So we're super excited about that. But we'll announce that later. Just lots of follow us on social media and all that jazz. Get your taco tees, y'all. Everybody loves a taco and
Seriously.
a t-shirt.
Alyssa, what's your favorite breakfast taco?
Fine.
Yeah.
Barbacoa.
One. Oh, okay. There
There you
you go. Perfect.
Yeah. That is my absolute favorite. Well, yeah.
It's
yeah.
hard to find good
Probably
barbacoa.
favorite taco in general, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I could eat barbacoa like breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
There you go. That's
Perfect.
I'm with her on that one.
Yeah. Well, who
It's
couldn't?
delicious.
Yeah.
All that
Yeah.
good.
This,
All
I'm
that-
not gonna lie, this beer is kind of scaring me.
I thought.
Don't
Yeah,
let
'cause it's
scary.
real dark.
It's a little dark.
Real
It'll be fine. It'll be.
Yeah.
The rest have all been very light. I only got a little bit because I was so scared. So it almost looks like a cross between. It almost looks like sweet tea, like a watered down tea with the coloring that I have in this cup.
Yeah. Yeah. That's no similar.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Smells like beer.
Okay.
Smells like beer.
Check. Smells like beer.
Okay, should I just go
Do
for
it.
it?
Yeah, just go for it.
Just do it.
What's the worst that could happen? Well. No. The eyebrow.
Oh, she's thinking, not so bad, huh?
It wasn't. Oh wait, hold on.
Not as bad, perhaps. Not maybe.
Not as smooth as the others, maybe, but not as bad as I was expecting.
Oh, ring.
So you need to go into this with an open mind.
I did, Christopher Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Using your full name today, you're in trouble.
yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear Christopher, I know
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna reconvene
I know.
and then
I know bad things happen.
let her try some different stuff. I don't want
Yeah,
this.
I think that's probably what needs to happen.
Let's not let this be your final, impression of craft beer.
We should each do
Yeah.
we should each do a round.
Okay.
Okay.
Kennedy failed.
Okay.
Yeah, Kennedy,
All right.
Would
you or you suck.
Who goes next? Do I go next?
would you be?
Well,
Would
we
you
know
be-
Catherine might be pretty spot on. So do we want to
Maybe.
do?
So then let me go next.
would-
Okay, Josh goes next.
Okay.
Are you willing to do another round, Alyssa?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm willing to try like Josh's picks and then Catherine's picks.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
We could do that
Yes. All right.
because that helps me expand too. Like Catherine was saying, when she had her 21st, she went and tried every drink on the menu, and that's really what I've been doing. So now I'm like, I want to be able to try everything now that I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Let me ask you a couple questions because Kennedy obviously did not. Do you
Interview
like,
time.
Do you like chocolate?
I do.
Like
I love chocolate.
love chocolate.
Love chocolate.
What about
I asked her about coffee.
coffee? Do you like coffee? I probably wouldn't go with coffee, but do you like coffee?
I like coffee after it's been sugared down
Okay.
to not taste like coffee.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to avoid coffee.
I like undertones of coffee, maybe.
Okay. All right.
Like, a peppermint mocha.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You like a
Whatever.
little coffee in your sugar or a little coffee in your milk? What about like pumpkin? You like pumpkins? Like pumpkin pie?
No. I like the smell of pumpkin candles.
Oh boy.
Okay, but you're not a big fan of the pumpkin pie. What
No.
about what's your favorite fruit flavor? Berries, citrus, stone
Strawberry.
fruits, strawberry. Okay, strawberry.
Maybe strawberry blonde.
I'm not. No,
No, sorry.
I'm gonna try some different
Don't
things.
sway his ideas.
Yeah, no, I got this. I got this. All right, then I got some ideas. We're
Catherine,
gonna-
any questions?
No, I've already got it. I am you.
Okay.
I was you when I was 21.
Okay, cool. Then we got it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I will say this: even though my choices weren't the best, her first legal beer.
Yeah, no, she drank good beers for
Right.
like the first.
Very good
That
ones.
right
Very
there
good
is
ones.
badge of honor.
Yeah.
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 So
Good job.
don't shit on me too much.
No, I'm not.
Too late.
Kennedy.
Too late.
All right, Kennedy, relax.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll start to wrap here because I got to do the old wrap and scoot, and a lot of lessons learned today. As everybody disappears in front of me, we've learned one: never let Kennedy pick the beers.
No.
That's
never.
I don't know if you get redeemed from that, but that happens. He's been
Yeah.
put on my don't let him pick the beers list, at least for somebody new, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alyssa, anything you've learned today that you didn't know other than don't let Kennedy pick your beers?
I learned about the hops.
Okay.
I learned that it's best to try a beer at the brewery,
Okay.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Let me see. What did we do today?
You learned you don't like hops.
I learned I don't like hops. Yeah, there you go. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I learned that I'm scared of dark beers, which I kind of already knew that.
Okay.
And that the light ones really remind me of wine, of white wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All good things. Catherine,
Yeah.
did you learn anything
Did
today?
I learn anything today? I learned that you guys are so stupid.
Hold on. You didn't know that
I
before?
learned- This is what I learned. I learned that guys only come from the mentality of being a guy, and that's it.
Hold on.
And you didn't know that. You didn't know.
I had
this
no-
before.
I
No,
had
I
n-
learned that today.
I had no input on the beers whatsoever.
Now I know, but you were walking that line.
Me?
Yes.
I was trying to make the best of a situation.
Okay.
You let
Alright.
Kennedy pick
You
my
let,
beer.
it, you let it happen.
You know what? That's true. I'm not going to be one of those people
You're
that's just.
Stabler.
I should have. You know what? I
Resist,
apologize.
Josh, resist.
I apologize. I
Resist
take.
Kennedy's security.
I take responsibility for my part in this,
Yeah.
and maybe a little more. So I'm going to try to redeem myself. I don't know when we do this again, but soon.
Josh, do you have any tapings this weekend?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
that's going on.
No, do you?
I do.
What do you got?
I do. So, you guys, if you want to come out and listen to an episode live of She's Crafty, I'll be at Mad Pecker on Sunday at noon.
I've been to Mad Pecker.
Taping there. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Super excited about that. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got on another top craft beer podcast list.
Saw that.
So, top 10, Pop Fury from Pop Fury. Really
Yeah.
nice. You can get your She's Crafty Fiesta medals now. Go to our website. We have new T-shirts and merch coming out soon. Next Thursday, I'll be at the Hoppy Monk for International Women's Day, spreading women's awareness and beer awareness at the Hoppy Monk.
We're gonna sign Kennedy up for that one for sure.
Yeah, he needs to be there.
All right. I'm gonna be at a dance competition this weekend, not my own.
Hey,
So that's what we'll be doing, and that's it.
Yes.
So I got some things in the works.
yeah,
I do stuff.
I know you do. Yeah, you do. You just released a bunch of episodes.
I did, didn't I? I got more coming up. I actually.
And the latest She's Crafty episode came out today, so
Yeah,
go
from-
listen to that.
There you go, from Southerly. Is that Southerly?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will be hanging out with the most wonderful woman ever.
Love your mom.
Your
All
mom.
right.
Yeah, I'm so great.
Bye,
That's
everybody.
sweet.
Woo.
All right.